So I wanted a student to play all of me on the piano, one of our gifted students, and he said he'd do it if I made a Minecraft and chemistry video. So here's Minecraft, and let's see how good it is for chemistry, shall we? So what we have here is apparently you can make molecules. Now I did look at a few tutorial videos on how to do it. And so apparently to make a molecule, you just throw the correct things on the floor. So basically it's just a way to write them, but it doesn't actually teach you anything. So I'll do that later. So you have to go into this room, and you can't build anything apparently, because I'm used to be able, you can throw stuff down and build, but that doesn't really work. And I can't throw anything here. I think he went into the corridor. So there's all these artificial experiments you can do, which is a little bit scary because I don't really like textbooks because they're oversimplifications. And so this is like next level bad. And so there's H. How are you going to know it's H2O? Like experiments show you why we have the theory, so we can actually measure and weigh and do ratios. And so to do this is apparently how you make elements. So you basically have to get the right number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But even something as simple as this, they get wrong. So I'm trying here to make a chemical lithium. All right. So 3 protons, 3 neutrons, 3 electrons, that's fine, but there's many other types of lithium. So lithium-6 and lithium-7. And so if I bump up the neutrons, so the total's 7 or 6, that's 9 actually, but none of these work. So if I go down at no stage, that one should work, and those other two should work. And even if you take electrons away and make it lithium ion, which it usually is, it's not registering either. So terrible even at the most basic function. So this artificial world that's horrible, highly unscientific, would stay away from this as much as you can. We do use simulations for physics, but that's only because if it smells, it's chemistry. If it moves, it's biology. If it doesn't work, it's physics. And so we use simulations in physics just to save time because it's too hard to get the thing to work. So we use Yanko and we use PhET simulations. But for chemistry, it's really important that you do the experiments. They're more important than anything, and avoid simulations as much as you can. I do have a simulation from the Royal Chemistry Society because it's good at picking errors, but if we're running out of lessons, that's the first thing on the chopping block. So I was just double checking I knew how to do everything, so I just threw my adolescent child on here, and she worked out straight away you can just go next door, and then you can actually play Minecraft and just build random stuff for random reasons, and she was just blowing stuff up. So good reason not to use Minecraft in the class, I would say, because it's a little bit too easy to just not learn anything. All right. Not that I have anything about computer games. I think Fortnite is so good. It should be a class. We should, give you an hour or two to play that every week in school because it's good for teamwork and strategy and all sorts of things. But Minecraft, I don't get it. I don't get what the joy is of just building a house or blowing everything up with TNT. Well, I kind of do get it, but you're not really learning any skills. Okay, so that's the lesson. Chemistry experiments, number 1, most important thing, learning about errors. It's the one thing I have against sort of mathematics that lives in this fantasy world of 1 + 1 = 2. Really, 1 centimetre plus 1 centimetre is not 2 centimetres. There's an error there. And even if it was categories of like 1 pencil plus 1 pencil, like what is a pencil? Does it have to be at least a centimetre long before it's a pencil? Like mathematics is too simple, Like, we need mathematics to do science, but mathematics on its own is far too simplistic. And physics gets into trouble too when it starts just depending on its equations and deriving its equations, and it's forgot all its assumptions and experimental proof. Yeah, so that's the lesson. Teaching you chemistry with Minecraft. Almost detrimental to your understanding of science, I would say. Avoid it at all costs. Yeah, this is me recording someone else. Okay, hope that's a lesson learned. Some fantasy world.